So I will say that. But I also, you got to give Capcom credit. They've been doing much the same in terms of Street Fighter Six's development and how that has been going. And I do think maybe they've learned some lessons and they took some things to heart with how they went about the release of some of their past couple games, because Street Fighter 6 has been on a roll, and almost as if to drive that point home, the reveal of the roster for year 3, featuring none other than the cleaner Kenny Omega. Shout out to you, Kenny. You got C Viper, Alex, Ingrid, and of course the Tiger coming back, Sagat. This is what the people were asking for. Capcom keeping their ear to the ground and listening. So they're giving us Sagat, but also maybe a few people that maybe you would not have necessarily expected. And I'm kind of wondering what your take is on all of it, because it feels like there's a lot of takeaways. Like, you're getting Sagat, you're getting exactly what you heathens asked for, but also, where are these other guys coming from? And that's kind of, maybe people are feeling a little mixed about that.
Yeah, count me in. I am mixed about that. But let's first give our congrats to Capcom for bringing the king back. So, God, thank you. Finally, it took too damn long, but
Hey,
they got him back.
we got him.
And he's coming out this summer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We need him back. That's the character we need. But we got to talk about this. Ingrid. Who wants Ingrid? Still, you're an Eagles fan. Are you also an Ingrid fan? That's something that maybe you would like. I'm really upset about this Ingrid. We got Ingrid before we got Dudley, Balrog, Sakura. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm going to go on a tangent here. I don't get Ingrid.
Sure.
Street Fighter 3 Alpha character, does little things, little schoolgirl. I don't know. That character right there, that makes me hot. I'm sorry.
I get it. And I personally,
Don't get it.
I will say that I have a soft spot, but only because my dog.
I knew it.
No,
I knew it.
No, because my dog's name is Ingrid. That's
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, if they add a character named Bogey in next, I will be a big fan of that too. But I very, very heavily contemplated renaming my dog Hugo, but that's because I'm a grappler.
So you love Alex, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'm not against Alex. I do think that Alex got a little bit of a hard time just off of being the face of a franchise that just wasn't ready to have a new face yet. The whole Street Fighter 3 thing. Honestly, if you haven't watched the episode of the Street Fighter 3 episode of What Happened by Matt McMuscles, highly recommended. It goes into the development history of that whole thing and how Alex was supposed to be the new main face of a franchise, which they've been trying to do with this franchise for some reason, because Ken and Ryu apparently just aren't marketable enough. No, you got to throw in Luke's and Alex's and whatever. I don't know. But I will say, even though they're weird, I do think that Capcom, this is going to sound so strange coming from Mr. Cynicism here, I do think Capcom has earned the benefit of the doubt here. Because if you take into account the game's mechanics, it's like Alex can be a Zangief, but maybe just a quicker one that maybe doesn't do as much damage with the grabs, but can mix in buttons just a little bit more. And I mean, Drive Rush with Alex is going to be so ignorant. I genuinely shudder to think how that's going to happen. C Viper, I can't really give you an in-depth, analysis of C Viper. Nor can I really do that for Ingrid, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I do genuinely wonder how this could work out in terms of the gameplay. Obviously, Sagat, people are going to be happy about Sagat, but then they're going to see how this character works with Drive Rush, with Drive Impact, how parrying is going to work with this guy. Like, I am kind of curious to see if it works with Sagat. Surely it can work with the other three. That's my stance on it. Like, they picked these people for a reason, and it wasn't because these guys are going to move copies of the game. It has to be for gameplay, right? Surely.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. C Viper, I know that's a fan favorite in the FGC. Not me. Like I said, this season for me is all about Sagat. Alex. Like I said, Ingrid. I just don't know. I don't know if the Ingrid's family, slice some money on the table to Capcom or something, but yeah, that's just not hitting at all for me.
You can't count it out. Yeah.
Only people that like it are basically Ingrid's family and Stu's dog. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got.
Yeah. And you can't really say, and she won't say anything about that if you asked her.
Oh,
Primarily,
okay. So,
primarily because she's deaf. But
oh, well,
yeah,
oh,
no, it's
all right. Well,
hey,
the more you
having a
know.
deaf dog is an experience. Let me tell you, folks. But
Mm.